Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homebridge Studio. Today's video is part of a collaboration called Everything Farmhouse. I'll tell you about that in a little bit, but for now, I have 3 crafts that are farmhouse inspired that I'm going to share with you. So let's waste no time and start crafting. And here's the first piece. This is a cloche. So I picked up a charger from the Dollar Tree and this cloche from the Dollar Tree. Now I thrifted this. It was $3.99. I don't know what it is, a duck, a goose, a bird, something. It had eggs in it. I thought it was kind of cool. And I have some beads and that little flower. I have some flowers from Hobby Lobby. I've been picking at those with different crafts. I have these knobs that I got from Ollie's on clearance, and I have this ribbon from Temu. Got some Waverly antique paint, or wax I should say, and I'm going to take 4 of these knobs and I'm going to paint them with the antique. All 4 of them, and just the tops and the side, not the bottom, because we're going to glue those to the bottom of the plate. Okay, and then now I clean that cloche off pretty good, and I'm just going to glue one on the top there. I popped out the plastic piece that was on top, and it took me quite a long time to get the sticker off the cloche, and the cloche had a little buckle in it, and I tried to take a blow dryer to it, and I don't know. Make a long story short, these cloches are super thin plastic if you're not familiar with them, and they're very difficult to not scratch and not get a little crease in, but you really can't see it in the end. So I worked on it hard with Goo Gone to get that sticker off of it, and finally I was able to. So now I'm taking a glue gun and I'm just going around very carefully because that plastic definitely melts. I do not have a glue gun that has a lower heat. If you do, and if you make this or anything with these cloches, that's what I would use. But I went around and put just a little teeny bit of glue on it, and then just worked in little teeny like increments and kind of pushed it down very carefully. And it still melted it, but not to the point where, you know, it didn't stick or completely dissolved it. And now I have this little guy here, and I'm just going to clean him up. I peeled off all the tape, and I took out these eggs, and I thought they were kind of maybe like from Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree or something. No, I think these are real eggs, and I would guess they might be quail. And I'll show you why. See, I was just kind of rough with them because I didn't realize it, but look, it's cracked. And yeah, there's another one that's very broken. I'll show you in a minute here. See, those are real eggs. Kind of cool, but they were clean on the inside, and when I looked at them closely, there was like a little teeny tiny pin dot hole in the bottom, like maybe they drained it. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. They were real eggs, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, I cleaned off this duck thing, whatever it is, goose, and then I put the what do you call it? I don't know. I don't really know what this called. It looks like kind of like a bird's nest. It's not moss or anything, but I put it back in there, and then I put the eggs on top, and then I have some of this just raffia. I did thrift the raffia too. I got a huge bag of it for like $2 or something. And now I'm just taking those like wings. It looks like they were wings, and I just pulled them up, and then I just tied the raffia, tied them together. And I put a kind of like a big amount of raffia to make it look like it's supposed to be that way. And then I just trimmed it down a little bit here and there. And this is the easy part. I took 3 of these little knobs here and I just glued them. Now, if you make anything like this, obviously you're gonna need super glue or E6000 or something like that. And I just glued the 3 on the bottom just for the video's sake. You know, I used hot glue. And then this is easy. So I just have the Spanish moss that I actually had to buy from Michael's or something like that because my Dollar Tree doesn't sell Spanish moss anymore. And I'm kind of bummed because I do use this a lot. But anyway, I just put it around the perimeter in a circle and I put that little duck back in there. And then I took these little daisies. I should have left some of the eggs out. That would have been cute to put the eggs in the front. I might still do that eventually. And I just, you know, you can glue these down if you want. And I just put some flowers in there on both sides. And then I put the cloche on top. And this is what it looks like. Now, if you want to make this permanent, you can obviously glue the cloche down. And this wasn't centered. I realized it after I took the video of it, but you can glue that down and it will make it flush, and then it won't look all buckly. Like I said, I just kind of put the top on there and yeah, called it a day, but I think it turned out really beautiful anyway. And here's my second piece. This is a breadboard sign. And let me quickly tell you about this collaboration. It's called Everything Farmhouse. So if you enjoy farmhouse DIYs, this is definitely something you're going to want to watch. I'd like to thank the hosts of this collaboration, Katie with Lady Red Crafting and Lisa with Our Great House. Also the guest host, Annie with Indiana Jones. These 3 women are super talented, and if you're not familiar with their channels, please go check them out. I did put their channel links in my description box below, as well as the playlist link, so you can watch all of the amazing crafters craft up some really cool farmhouse pieces for tons of inspiration. And so now we're going to make the farmhouse sign. I have an olive branch. I don't remember where I got that from. I think Walmart. I have my thrifted raffia, and then I have this metal ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for $1.50. I have craft sticks. I have some paint. I have the breadboard. And I have this that I pulled off of a previous piece that I DIY'd some Pioneer Women's stuff with. And the breadboard, and I think I just said that. And then I have these 2 signs. I liked the just the edges there, and these are from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just removing all the tags and all the hangers and everything. And then I did have to take some Goo Gone and get that goopy sticky glue off. Now I have some of this lightweight spackling from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill those holes in. And I'm just going to put the boards together, and I'm going to glue these jumbo graph stick on it. And if you're a subscriber, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all of your likes, your shares, your comments, and your support. I'm here because of you, and I appreciate you. And if you're not a subscriber, a warm welcome to Homeward Studio. And if you like what you see, won't you consider subscribing? It's totally free. It helps me out a ton. Plus, if you hit the bell notification after you hit the subscription button, it will notify you every time I post a new video. Okay, so now after I put those boards together with all those popsicle sticks or craft sticks, I just filled in the center there with some more of the the lightweight speckling that I do not like, and you'll see why in a minute. And I always talk about this on my videos. Yeah, I need to get on that and get something that works better. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. So I painted this with the plaster. 2 good coats, no, 1 coat, because I went over it and distressed it so you can't really see because I worked on the back of this. Then I have that truffle paint and I'm just distressing it, and as you can see the hole where the filler was, and you can see the line in the middle. Yeah, you can't see it when I'm done because we somewhat cover that up. So I took that carrot sign off of this breadboard piece and I put that in my spring box for another day. Now I'm doing the opposite here. I painted that with truffle and then I am distressing it with the plaster. So the first one was plaster, distressed truffle. The second one was truffle, distressed plaster. So it was just kind of an opposite reverse. And now I have a bunch of raffia and I'm just going to twist it and tie it around the top of the breadboard. And that piece on the right, I couldn't get it to, I couldn't push it down. It wouldn't stay down, so I had to glue it. And then I just took some more and I just kind of looped it around itself. I want to say 4 inches maybe wide, and then I just tied it off with some more raffia and then glued it on the middle there just to give it, a little bit more of a bunchy look, I guess. And now I'm taking that and I had it centered, so instead of moving it, putting hot glue on it, I just picked it up carefully, put a bunch of hot glue on the back of it and pushed it right back down. And I have that little piece that I took off of another piece and I'm just gluing that too on top. And again, you'll want to use some kind of a super glue to glue all these together. And now I have this olive branch. I have my wire clippers here and I'm just going to glue a couple of those branches onto the breadboard. And then everywhere that's touching, I just put a little teeny bit of glue down there to keep it flat. So this ribbon from Hobby Lobby, I have my wire clippers here, not wire clippers, tin snips. Yeah, my wire clippers couldn't cut it, so I measured it across the bottom of the board and I cut 2 pieces out. So I cut probably 2 inches more on both ends because I'm going to wrap it around like that. And then I have my quick glue. I forget what it's called. I don't have it in front of me. But it's just like a quick lock glue. I didn't think it dried all that quickly, but I hot glued it and then I clamped it down. And I did the same thing on top. I just put it up on top. I folded it over on both sides underneath like that. And to give it a nice clean look. And then, also folding it over like that prevents you from cutting yourself because, on the ends would be sharp. So yeah, and then wherever the super glue wasn't, I just put hot glue for the temporary hold. And that's it, and this is what it looks like. And here is the last and third piece. This is a wreath. And these are the things that I gathered. I had all these pieces because I have a huge stash. So I took out, I knew I wanted it to be like a sage green and a yellow and a white. So I gathered some flowers that I had in my stash, and some are Dollar Tree, some are Hobby Lobby. The wire hanger is from Dollar Tree. One of the ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. The other one is the Dollar Tree. The lace is the Dollar Tree, obviously. I have the craft sticks. I have these letters from a local dollar store, but I know they have some wood ones at the Dollar Tree also. I have moss chalk paint and white chalk paint in that little dabber. And now the moss for me was a little too dark, so I mixed a bunch of white in there to lighten it up a shade or two. And then I painted these craft sticks green. And I gave them 2 coats. And while those are drying, I'm taking my HOME and I'm just going to paint it with the white chalk paint. And I painted all of the letters, but not the bottom. And while those are drying, I have this burlap that I know you can get this from the Dollar Tree, but I got a bigger, thicker roll because I use this a lot, and I don't remember where I got it from, probably Hobby Lobby. Usually that's where I get my ribbon. Sometimes Michael's, wherever there's a sale, that's what I get. And I'm just wrapping it around. So I glued it on the back side to the wire frame, and now I'm wrapping it around. As you can see here, I'm going right up toward the edge, so you have the most ribbon to work with. We're not wasting any ribbon at all here. So I just get it right on the edge. And I did not even stop to glue it here and there. I just wrapped it right around, ended up on the back, gluing it right onto itself, and simple and easy. And I have these craft sticks again, and I'm just gluing the craft sticks on top of the 3 green ones. And I believe I painted these 2 also. I painted them green, so 5 green ones. And so now I'm just taking the ends and cutting them off on a couple more craft sticks because I want to put this, I'm going to glue the home letters onto this, but I want to make it long enough that I can glue it onto the wreath form. So I just went ahead and glued it on, and I guess I didn't use the 5. Now come to think of it, I'm sorry if I confused you. I just confused myself watching this again. So I had the 3, and then I glued them together. So 2 on the bottom, and then 1 green one on the top of those 2. And then now the 4 I'm gluing on the edges to make it long enough. And sorry, my allergies are really bad. My throat is like raspy. My voice is raspy. So anyway, I'm just doing this to reinforce it so the craft sticks don't come apart. And then now I'm just painting with 2 coats of that same color green that I saved. And then I took this Distress Oxide in the color Walnut, and I just distressed all of the pieces. I just ran it across the top of all of them. And now I'm measuring to see where the center of this little craft stick plaque that I made here, and I just put my finger there. I just kind of eyeball it. I didn't want to make a mark on it. And then I just lifted the O up because the O and the M are in the center. So if you work in the center, it's always best because you're finding the center, and then you can work out without measuring it even more. I hope that makes sense. Yep, and so I just hot glued them down and put that kind of on the wreath. I didn't glue it yet, and now I'm making a bow. I have this probably from Hobby Lobby. I got a ton of ribbon from Hobby Lobby on sale. It was dirt cheap. And so I think I looped this around. So there's 4 loops, 2 on each side, and then I made tails, just a long piece, and I twisted it, folded it in half. And then I have this ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I'm making 3 big loops, and I'm just gluing the loops together to make like just a big circle. And this is slightly smaller than the striped one, because this is going to be on top and the striped is going to be on the bottom. And then I cut another one off for the tails too, and this is going to be smaller also. And I put the 3 loops on top of that, as you can see, and then I made sure that the tails were on there too. And then I did put my twisty tie on, not twisty tie, what is this? Oh gosh, you guys know what it is. I can't think right now. Yep, I just tied it on there, and now I'm fluffing them out, throwing a little bit of hot glue here and there if need be. And I'll tell you, I can just take forever fluffing out bows. I'm clipping off those little pieces there, the little singular ones. Sometimes I dovetail those, but I just clipped them off this one. I thought it made it look neater. Now I'm dovetailing the ends there. And I'm cutting the lace ones shorter and then dovetailing the ends there too. And then this is all wired ribbon, so I'm just curling it up a little bit. This is the easiest wreath, but I think it turned out so pretty. And then now I just placed my plaque where I wanted it. I glued it on there. And of course it needs some flowers. So these are just plastic greens that I got from the Dollar Tree. These are, I believe they're Delilah's from the Dollar Tree, or Dahlias, however you pronounce that. And the yellow ones are from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know why I'm clipping these off, because I really pulled them off the wire. And I put 3 of them on there. Nope, I put 2 of them on there. Sorry. And then now I'm just putting just a little bit of greenery. I'm just pulling it off there and gluing it underneath those flowers to hide the stem. And now I'm going to pop in a few of these yellow ones. And now we're going to make a hanger. And so I have these beads here from the Dollar Tree. And I didn't stain them or anything. I just left them this way. And I'm just going to glue them on the back. So I glued the beads right to the back of that. And then I wrapped it around a few times. But I glued the beads to each other and the beads onto the ribbon also to give it extra stability. Now, if you have a front door that gets really hot, if you're going to hang this outside, you're going to want to use some E6000 or super glue or something, because the hot glue will melt in the sun. So after I wrapped it around there, you can see 4 times, and I clipped off the end. I figured out how big I wanted the bead hanger to be, and then I clipped the end off, took a few beads off, made a knot in it, a double knot, and then I glued it onto that. So I glued the beads onto the ribbon and the beads onto each other. And this is what it looks like. And here's a couple of the pieces together. I have the cloche and the breadboard sign. This is a topiary I made several videos ago. And I just kind of put all these little pieces together here. And a couple pieces of my own, the little candle, the bird, and the plant. And that's all I have for you for now. I hope I have inspired you, and let me know which project is your favorite. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out that playlist. Have a blessed week. Bye.